Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, The War Diary. Please subscribe and like my videos. The topic today is the increasing effectiveness of Ukrainian F-16 pilots as they begin to integrate and operate these advanced fighter jets in their conflict against Russian forces. The reports coming out of the theater suggest a palpable shift in aerial engagement dynamics. When we talk about the F-16 Fighting Falcon, we are discussing a true workhorse of the Western Air Forces, renowned for its maneuverability and versatility. This aircraft, even in its earlier configurations, offers a significant technological leap over the older Soviet-era jets that currently form the bulk of the opposing air assets. The introduction of the F-16 into the Ukrainian inventory signals not just a hardware upgrade, but a fundamental change in pilot training doctrine and rules of engagement. The performance metrics we are observing are indicative of highly skilled pilots effectively leveraging superior avionics and weapon systems. We are seeing successful interceptions, accurate long-range targeting, and an enhanced ability to control the local battle space, which directly translates to what many observers are describing as dominating the skies. This domination isn't about sheer numbers. It's about precision, situational awareness, and the ability to employ standoff weaponry, keeping the aircraft outside the range of most ground-based threats. The exterior of the F-16 is immediately recognizable. It's a sleek, single-engine, supersonic multi-role fighter, characterized by its distinctive bubble canopy that offers the pilot an almost unobstructed 360-degree view of the surrounding airspace, a crucial advantage in a dogfight or when tracking multiple threats. The airframe is designed for high G-load tolerance, allowing it to pull tight turns necessary for close quarters combat, though its modern role emphasizes beyond visual range engagements. The exterior features hardpoints strategically placed under the wings and fuselage, capable of carrying a diverse payload ranging from air-to-air missiles like the AMRAAM to precision-guided munitions for ground attack. The overall shape is aerodynamically efficient, reflecting decades of refinement in fighter design philosophy. The visual impression this aircraft makes when flying low or engaging a target is one of pure, uncompromising speed and agility. Now, let us delve deep into the interior of this cockpit, the nerve center of modern air combat, which is perhaps where the true advantage over legacy systems is most apparent. The F-16 cockpit is a testament to human-machine interface engineering specifically designed around the pilot, or as we often say, focused on the center stick concept. Unlike traditional center-mounted throttles, the F-16 features a side-stick controller mounted on the right console, which is a massive ergonomic advantage, especially during high-G maneuvers, as it allows the pilot to maintain a more natural arm position, reducing fatigue and improving fine motor control. The primary visual display is dominated by the head-up display HUD, a sophisticated piece of glass that projects critical flight data, targeting symbology, and weapon status directly into the pilot's line of sight, meaning their eyes never have to leave the sky to acquire or maintain a target. Beneath the HUD are multiple multi-function displays MFDS that present a configurable tactical picture, showing radar returns, electronic warfare information, mapping data, and sensor feeds from targeting pods like the Lantern or Sniper systems. The sheer amount of information available is staggering, but it's the way this information is fused and presented that is revolutionary. The seat itself is often a reclined zero-G style seat, further aiding the pilot in managing the intense physical stress of high-G maneuvers by redistributing G forces away from the pilot's body core. The integration of the helmet-mounted cueing system, often paired with modern air-to-air missiles, means the pilot can effectively look a missile onto a target simply by turning their head, providing unparalleled off-boresight engagement capability. The sheer density of switches, dials, and digital interfaces demands rigorous thousands of hours training, which the Ukrainian pilots are evidently mastering with incredible speed. This technologically rich environment allows a single pilot to manage air superiority, reconnaissance, and precision strike missions simultaneously, a true multi-role capability that stresses the capacity of the operator to synthesize data under extreme pressure. The difference between this digital domain and the analog cockpits of the past is the difference between a targeted laser beam and a blunt instrument. The systems are designed for situational awareness dominance, constantly feeding the pilot a clear, prioritized understanding of who is where, what the threats are, and the optimal response vectors. The systems management is intuitive enough to be learned quickly in principle, but takes a career to master in practice, a mastery that is clearly being demonstrated in combat sorties now. When considering performance, the F-16 is capable of speeds exceeding Mach 2.0, although its operational ceiling for combat is often dictated by fuel and weapon load. Its true performance edge in the current context, however, lies not just in raw speed, but in its sustained maneuverability at high angles of attack, thanks to its fly-by-wire system. This system electronically manages the flight controls, allowing the aircraft to fly safely closer to its aerodynamic limits than a human pilot could manually control, resulting in superior energy retention during maneuvers. This agility, combined with modern radar systems like the N/APG-68 or potentially upgraded active electronically scanned array ESA systems on the delivered airframes, gives them the ability to detect, track, and engage targets much earlier than is possible for the opponent. The range, depending on external fuel tanks, allows for deep strikes or extended patrol times over the front line. Regarding safety features, the F-16 is built with redundancy and pilot survival in mind, despite its high-performance nature. The fly-by-wire system incorporates hard limits to prevent the pilot from inadvertently exceeding structural or aerodynamic safety margins. In the event of an engine failure, the powerful Pratt & Whitney F-100 or General Electric F-110 engine offers significant thrust, providing a better glide ratio than some twin-engine counterparts, aiding in emergency landing situations. Essential systems are hardened, and the ejection seat, typically the Martin Baker 0 seat, is designed for safe ejection across the entire flight envelope from zero altitude and zero airspeed upwards. The unique selling points for the Ukrainian context are clear: interoperability with NATO standard munitions and air traffic control systems, a mature and vast global support network for spare parts and maintenance doctrine, and crucially, the ability to deploy modern, standoff precision guided munitions that dramatically reduce the risk to the pilot by allowing engagement from safe distances. This pivot to Western standards is a long-term strategic advantage. The price is complex, as the F-16 is no longer in production for new builds, but rather sold on the second-hand or refurbished market, often bundled with significant support packages. A used older Block F-16 can range from $20 million to $40 million USD, depending on the block, modernization level, and included spares. However, when factoring in the cost of advanced munitions, pilot training, and necessary ground support equipment, the total life cycle cost of introducing and maintaining a squadron is substantially higher, easily reaching hundreds of millions of dollars per unit when fully kitted out for high-intensity conflict. In conclusion, the integration of the F-16 into the Ukrainian Air Force is not just an incremental upgrade, it is a qualitative leap. The pilots are clearly demonstrating that when superior Western technology meets highly motivated, well-trained aircrews, the tactical and strategic balance in the skies can indeed be tipped. These pilots are not just flying jets, they are employing a multi-layered system of sensors, software, and weaponry to systematically erode the enemy's air superiority, paving the way for successes on the ground. The message from the skies is loud and clear: the Fighting Falcon is proving its enduring legacy,